What up, YouTube? It's your brother Trey, man. Somebody in the comment sections asked me, what are my thoughts on joining the military, you guys? Oh, and by the way, let me know what y'all think about the little AI thumbnails, man. I've been trying some new stuff out. It definitely doesn't, I don't know, maybe it looks like me. I don't think it does, but so let's go ahead and get into it real quick, you guys. So I just got done with the gym, and the guy was asking me why I would or would not join the military. And so I want to make this from both sides of the spectrum, you guys, for people who should and why I wouldn't do it, right? And why I would have if I were in certain circumstances. So first and foremost, you guys, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't have joined the military myself because of personality tests, right? Personality. One thing about me that I hate, and it reflects in all the jobs that I had, you guys, is blindly following leadership. I have a problem with blindly following leadership. I'm somebody that I'm very strong-headed, man. I'm somebody that had to. I got made fun of a lot, you guys. I got a lot of trials and tribulations. I was born with asthma. I was diabetic. I had bow legs. I was fat. I had a lot of shit that I grew up with. I had to develop a tremendous amount of confidence, and so coming with that came with me really being skeptical of the people who had authority, or the popular people, stuff like that, you guys. I always wanted to make sure that a person is competent enough to be in the position that they're in, and it wasn't just given to them. So that makes me someone who challenges my managers, not in a bad way. I'm not a problematic co-worker or worker or anything like that. Almost every single job that I work at, I get promoted because I'm very competent and I ask the right questions, and I'm not afraid to challenge the status quo. I don't challenge the status quo just to challenge it. I challenge authority because there's a lot of things that if you're going to be over me, I need you to do your job in a very well way. If you're going to be my boss, I need you to deserve that fucking position. And if I don't feel like you deserved it, or if I feel like you handling things the wrong way, I'm going to say something about it. And so to me, that is one of the biggest issues of me joining the military, because I know I would not have been okay listening to some fucking scallywag ass, power tripping, young or old. Age almost doesn't really matter sometimes, but it kind of does. And so when you're in the military, you got to blindly follow leadership. That's not me. I know for sure I would have gotten pissed off. I would have gotten in trouble so many times because I have trouble following leadership, or I would have got promoted. I don't know. But either way, I know that for me, I quit a lot of jobs if I don't like it. If there's something I don't like let me just tell you real quick something that just happened recently, right? So I'm bartending now, and I bartend at this place, and one of the customers came up there drunk as hell and started talking shit to one of my other bartenders. They were being racist as hell. So the little white girl that was who I was working with, and it was a bunch of black people, and they were over here being racist. Oh, this is the white girl. She ain't even. And I'm like, listen, you guys, I understand whatever problems that you guys may have with the bartender. Listen, just hold it down. Work with me and work with with Tony right here. Tony's another girl. She a black girl. I was like, listen, just refrain from any of that commentary that you gotta have. Okay, you guys don't have a good relationship, whatever. Just talk to me. And they just kept going. I'm like, listen, you guys gotta stop. I'm protecting my bartenders back here. You know what? Step back. So I ended up getting the managers, and then managers came by. And then they kept spewing bullshit. And I told the managers, like, can you tell them to push back? And I'm over here like, you guys need to get back. I'm talking to the customers. I'm like, get back. Manager, black dude, came over to me. He was like, Robert, Troy, let me come talk to you. Let me talk to you. Come over here in front of everyone. Mind you, I'm the one that stood up to this little white chick. The white girl over here telling me, oh, can you cut them off? Can you help me? And I'm over here I'm defending her. I'm at my bar. Let me remind you, to be a bartender, you got to have your TABC. If you overserve a person and they're drunk as hell and they get in their car and they crash, lose a life, or they wreck someone else, I can be held liable because I sold them liquor. And so you mean to tell me I am held responsible for cutting people off, but I can't tell a motherfucker to get back from the bar? So I told the managers that shit. I'm like, listen, at a certain point when they kept trying to make it like I'm the issue, I stopped getting mad at the customer. I said, fuck the customers. I was like, you know what? You want to have a talk? Come on, let's go have a talk, man. So I brought both the managers in the fucking office to come talk to me because I had a bone to pick with them motherfuckers, and I stood on my 10 toes down and let them know what I was talking about. In the end, they ended up understanding where I was coming from with shit because I was very well articulate in what I was talking about, and I made sense, bro. That's just the thing about it. You can't just try to go against the grain and be contrarian just for the sake of it. No, you gotta have a good reason for it. And so I'm that type of person. I know I cannot blindly follow leadership without challenging them and making sure that they're fucking worthy of being my boss. That's just how I feel about things, right? So, and I like to quit places that I just don't want to be at. If I feel like I'm not being respected, if I feel like I'm not getting the most out of what I should be doing on my time, I want to quit. You can't just quit the military like that. And so if you do just quit, you're either gonna be dishonorably discharged like my sister's fiance, or you're gonna break the law. And so that's just why I couldn't do it. Now, for people who would have done it, right? Because I was actually considering, I'm like, man, maybe I should have joined the Air Force. If you are to join the military, people who do think about it, there are good benefits. So that's why I wouldn't join it. Now, let me tell you why I would join it. I would join it for the experience. I would join it for the benefits that you get. I'm gonna remind you guys, I've been a loan officer, and so I did a lot of VA loans. VA loans are the best. Just no. There's no comparison, you guys. VA loans, VA benefits are amazing. You get the respect of your society for the most part, especially if you don't go see service. If you are going to join the military, go for the Air Force. I'm intelligent enough, take your ASVAB, do whatever you can, join the Air Force. The Air Force is the best way to go so that you don't necessarily see combat and you're around a lot of girls. You're around a lot of girls. If I'm assuming you're a guy or a girl, there's a lot of freaking that goes on in the military, and you're getting paid. You're always getting a check, and it almost always increases the more that you level up. So that's one reason I would join the military. You're guaranteed to pretty much always get some kind of money. If you do your term, your 4-year, and then your 4 years on reserve or something like that, you get to see the world, and you come out with amazing benefits. And you get to see a lot of different things. Another thing that I say is a con is that you're not in the real world, right? The real world. When you're out here and you've worked so many damn jobs, and if you just been around the place, you really have gone through the fucking trenches. You develop a certain grit. You learn about life. When you're in the military, you kind of coddled a little bit. You're protected by the U.S. government. You know what I'm saying? You got a mess hall. Everything's kind of handed towards you. You know what I'm saying? And so you lose out on developing. When you get put in certain situations that are uncomfortable, you learn a lot about yourself. And so the military is an uncomfortable situation to be in, yes, but I dare say the real world out here, you guys, is probably one of the hardest things that you could ever do. And that's what I did, man. I got scholarships to go to Mizzou, University of Missouri, Columbia, for engineering. I'm a very smart fucking guy. I don't mean to say it out there but I'm a very intelligent guy. Academic wise, street wise, I really could have done some major great things. And so that's why I'm doing trading instead, because I pursued the finances, I pursued yada yada yada. Long story short, you guys, if you feel like you are somebody that has problems with authority, you are somebody that has problems with commitment, you're somebody who doesn't necessarily know what they want to do, I think that you could join the military to instill some sort of discipline in you. But at the same time, you guys, you're missing out on a lot of life. There's just a lot about life that you're missing if you do join in the military. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other side, people in the military would say, "Oh, there's a lot of things that you're missing not joining the military." Military is not for everybody, you guys. Military is not for everybody. I think that if you are going to join the military, I think you need to figure out what you really want to do. Right now, it's a very amazing time to be alive right now, you guys. You got the internet, right? You got social media, you got trading, there's so many different things that you can do. You don't need to, if you're trying to join the military for financial stability and you're just like a dumb fuck, like, I don't mean to be like, I'm not trying to say like that. Like, some people just know that they're just a dumb fuck. If you know you're a dumb fuck, just go to the military. Just do it, because you will always kind of have a job. You will always have a job for the most part, right? A lot of jobs out here actually prefer and want vets. They want vets. You get a lot of benefits for being a vet. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't go for combat. I don't think you should go for combat. Don't go for combat. That's just my only thing I would say. If you're going to join the military, go for the Air Force, you guys. Go for the fucking Air Force. Lots of benefits that come with it. You can live a really good life doing it that way. But for people who want to eventually get into trading, people that want to do real estate and stuff like that. Real estate, if you join the military, I would say do it between the ages of 18 and 20. Do between the ages of 18. All right, let me extend it. 22. Because by the time you complete your contract, you'll be 26. 26, let's just be honest that these days, you guys, 26 is not old, but the way that the internet culture works, it is kind of old, man. 4 years is a long time. I have finally developed the ability to be profitable after 2.5 years, you guys, in trading. And trading is something that's gonna, like, it's one of the most lucrative things that you could do in the world right now. So 4 years is a big time commitment. 4 years is a big time commitment. There was a girl that I know that she was very attractive. I wanted to get at her and stuff like that. I worked with her. She's been in the military and she's been doing really well. You know, she's making some money. She got a lot of friends and stuff like that, traveling the world and stuff like that. But after that, you kind of, how do you transition back into civilian life? Maybe I'm not the person to talk about that, right? Maybe I'm not the person to really give you that experience, but there's just a lot to think about when it comes to that, you guys. I am not a military expert, but my mom pushed so hard for me to join the military when I was younger because I was wild. I was doing a lot of crazy shit. I was in the streets. I was partying a lot. I was quitting jobs left and right. In her eyes, I was sloppy. I had no future, but I believed in myself. And so you got to know, you got to have a plan, man. What's your plan? What do you ultimately want to do in the future? Will the military and the benefits that you get from being in the military, will it help you in that? Or are you just better off actually just facing the streets, going in the trenches, putting in 4, 5, 6 years of hard ass work, learning about the world, and boom. I will say this too though. If you are somebody that, if you have the option and you have the physical capability of joining the military, do not waste fucking no more than 3 or 4 years at a single job. That's just my personal opinion, you guys. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think it's worth spending 4 plus years at the same job, man. You're losing on yeah, fuck it. You might become a manager or whatever, you guys, but there's so much life and so much more that you're missing out on by not kind of jumping around and doing different shit, you guys. I've done everything. I know a lot about a lot of different shit. I've been a loan officer. I used to be a fitness trainer. Fucking used to be a janitor. I used to fucking, what else did I do? Oh, I worked for Facebook and Instagram. I worked for Epic Games on the Fortnite program. I used to do 2K, NBA 2K. I used to give people VC and restore their accounts on VC. I've done a lot of cool fucking shit. I made $100,000 2 years in a row, you guys. And then 80,000 and then boom. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that you can experience by not joining the military. And so, that's just my personal opinion, man. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Hopefully I answered that, and let me know if you have any other suggestions or any other topics you guys want me to talk about, you guys. But I don't think the military is a completely bad thing. In conclusion, it's not a completely bad thing. I think that ultimately, if you're 18 to 20 years old and you don't really know what you want to do, you should do it. You should go to the military. Go for the Air Force. However, if you are between the ages of 18 and 20, and you have somewhat of a desire to do something, whether it's YouTube influencing, maybe it's an influencer, maybe it's fitness training, maybe it's drop shipping, maybe it's a trader, I think you should, finances, real estate, you know what I'm saying? I think you should truly consider doing that instead of going to the military, because you will learn a lot more. You'll have a lot more time to do what you want to do. As long as you're disciplined enough, you can spend your free time progressing in those areas. You can, of course, still go to school and do all those things while in the military. It's just that it's going to be a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have the capabilities, fuck it. You might be able to develop a career in the military while doing those things that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's a safe thing. It's a safe thing to do to join the military. I think it's a great thing. And so, looking at myself right now, if I wasn't actually succeeding and having success in trading, I would actually join the military. At my age, my ripe age of what I'm at right now, I would actually jump in the military, because by the time I get out, anyone that's around me will have some decent benefits. You know what I mean? I'd have to come back into the workforce, you know what I'm saying, and try to find a really good job and stuff like that. But it may not be a bad idea. It's just that the area that I'm pursuing, I can make more than doctors, I can make more than lawyers, I can be very fucking rich and have my time. I can be free. And so if you want to be free, and if you have very ambitious goals and you are an ambitious person, don't join the military, because you can do so much better with your own time. You don't need a person to tell you what to do. But if you have a problem with discipline, jump in the military, man. That's my 2 cents on it, man. Let me go ahead and head home, hop in the shower and stuff like that, you guys. With that being said, man, it is your brother Trey. Let me know if you guys have any other video topics that you guys want me to cover. And yeah, with that being said, man, it's your brother Trey. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.